Hey everyone, welcome back to Dry Protected. My name is Eric, and in today's episode I'm going to talk about something I don't typically talk about on this channel and why I prefer doing pre-cut templates for mirrors instead of bulk. Now, we have this Hummer EV in our shop, and as you can see we have quite the complex mirror over here. And if you've been a subscriber to this channel, if you watch any of my videos over the last 4 and a bit years, you know that I hate doing mirror patterns with paint protection film. I despise them. I think there's a high failure rate on mirrors when you do a pre-cut template, and I will always opt to do bulk. But this mirror has me thinking otherwise. It's a very complex mirror. We actually have our PPF pattern up over here, and there's all kinds of relief cuts everywhere. And I think this might be a better way to install PPF as opposed to going with a big giant bulk sheet like we got right here, where we just throw the bulk film over top and then make our cuts as needed. So the verdict is not in yet that pre-cut is better. It might have sounded like that when I very first started talking, but I think in this situation it will be better. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray our solution on the mirror. Get it all nice and wet. I'm also gonna spray some on the mirror template. So multiple relief cuts on this mirror. So I just wanna make sure the adhesive has got lots of solution on it. Let's try it out. So you can kind of see how the mirror is supposed to go. What I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to take my tack solution and I'm going to get started. So my first starting point is I want to get this corner lined up. So I'm spraying my tack solution behind the film. Just going to get that corner lined up. Actually need to use just a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Now with a mirror template, you always want to start on the inside and work your way out. I could work my way all the way out till here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this top corner down next. With stretching, it's really nice to know just exactly how much stretch I need to do. And I got that down nicely there. As soon as I let go, it's going to want to pull itself back, as you can see right there, but that's fine. Now we also have this inside piece right here. We're going to deal with that last. Next thing I want to do is I want to stretch up to the very top here. Might be hard for you guys to see this just due to the height of the truck. Got that in place. There we go, that's good. Now I'll actually bring this out here. You're going to see just how much stretch I have to do. Now this is typically why I'm not a fan of doing pre-cut templates on mirrors, is because there's so much stretch required for such a small piece of film, whereas with bulk film, you have more material to work with to make this stretch happen. But I think this is going to work out quite well. So I'm just spraying my tack solution right here. I'm just going to push that into place, kind of right where it needs to be. Just going to hold that there for a quick second, and it doesn't stay. I think I might be proved wrong here. I don't think patterns, it's starting to feel like patterns might not be the best for mirrors, but hey, the verdict is not in yet. But you can see just how much I'm fighting with the film just to get it into place. I'll squeegee that down. Now I do need to lift this up and just reposition that. There we go. Okay, that's perfect. I got good alignment along the bottom. So this little finger right here, I'm just gonna spray my tack solution underneath the film, squeegee those fingers down. Now everything over here, I can just push right out the top. There we go, that's good. Now we can come down to the bottom right here. So I'm gonna pull the film back, I'm gonna spray my tack solution into place. I'm just gonna stretch it, line it up. That lines up quite well. But of course, as soon as that lines up, the film comes out of alignment along the middle there, but I think I can bring it up. Just got to bring this film up a little. Got a piece of contamination behind the film. Got that lined up nicely there. Actually, you know what? We're just going to resort back to stretching outwards and then dealing with the rest of that later. There we go, that's good. Now, see, here's my problem with mirror templates is I'm perfectly lined up in this corner here, but the PPF is really high here, you can see that, but then everywhere else, it's really low. So, let's try and fight with this some more. So I got perfect alignment here, and I got good alignment there, and I got good alignment on the bottom, but it's too high here. So verdict is in. I still do not like mirror templates. So to do the mirror, we're gonna do it the right way. And we're gonna go bulk. So let's get into that. I kind of figured it would end up in this situation. And if you're watching this and you've installed paint protection film for a long time, maybe you like doing template mirrors, maybe you disagree with everything I just said, but I'm gonna go with what I know works. And we're just gonna take this big giant sheet of film and we're gonna get this piece of film installed. Now, gotta get a little bit of solution on top of the film. So the squeegee's gonna glide. Now I'm actually gonna take and turn the mirror inwards. So when you're doing a bulk installation, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this in one piece without having a bunch of relief cuts. Like, it's just, there's no point in trying to be the hero and overstretching the material just to get it into place, just so it can peel back as soon as it gets outside under some hot sun. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start right around the same place as I did with the pattern, right around over here. And just got a little bit of tack solution there. I'm just gonna stretch the film down. I wanna create a bit of tension on the bottom. Actually, what I should do is I should probably just pre-stretch it. It's kind of hard to do this and then make sure you guys can see it as well too. Just gonna kind of hold that there. There we go, that's good. Now we can come up top here and I can stretch the film can stretch the film into place right there. I can hold that there for a split second. There we go. That's good. Now, what I can do is I can create a relief cut in the film, and we're going to do that right over here. Got to be careful I don't cut into the paint. There we go. Okay, now that I have my relief cut done, all I need to do now is, because I got a bunch of solution underneath the film, all I have to do now is take and spray some tack solution in place over here. I'm going to do a bit on the back of the film as well too. Now on most mirrors, you have a high failure rate right along the top and these flat areas, because usually people are trying to get fingers down and you can't get them down. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to stretch the material into place. That way the film is stretched out nice and flat along those edges, such as right along here and right along the top. I'm just going to hold that there. I'm just going to come in with my squeegee. And there we go. That's exactly what you want to see. Is you want to have this laying down nice and flat with no fingers showing on the top and on the bottom. So now we also have to deal with this over here. So what I'm going to do is just going to take my knife and I'm just going to trim off a bunch of this excess material. And I actually lifted this up right here. So I'm just going to re-tack that down. That's not a problem. Now, this right over here, we're just going to take it and we're going to spray more solution on the mirror as well as the adhesive of the film. Get a little bit of tack solution in there, and now I can just stretch this into place. The exact same way as I did on the top. Now I'm just going to hold that there and let the tack solution kind of bite itself into place. So I'm just going to hold that there. Come along with my squeegee. Now, and there we go. Now, here's a prime example of why I like bulk installs better, because in a bulk installation, I have far more control over the film and how we can manipulate the film to properly get on the mirror and provide a good amount of protection. This mirror, once I do all my trimming and my post heating, I know that this mirror, when I let it out the door, it's not going to come back because it's lifting. Whereas with that pre-cut template, it was just asking way too much of the film to get it stretched into place properly. And sure, some people might be able to get it laid down properly and get it post-heated so it doesn't lift up, but mirror PPF pre-cut templates have a high failure rate, and contrary to what I said in the beginning of the video, bulk is still the way to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more paint protection film content.